It's John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming your way next. And getting the start for Miami, Ryan Gusto. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
About to get started here for game one. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Stowers makes the grab on the run. One pitch and one out. Yeah!
Ball, that's inside.
High fly ball down the left field line. Way back there. And that one is off the top of the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
Man at second. And Schwartz strikes out.
He worked the outside corner of the plate, and he kept it around the knees, both with the fastball and with the off-speed pitch.
Trey Turner in the box, lays off for ball one. In for a strike, and the count even 1-1. And a big swing and a miss. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. This is the National League Wildcard Series on the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Christopher Sanchez. What should we keep an eye on here? Stepping in, Xavier Edwards.
No, inside.
Here's a 1-1. Now one missed. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 3. And that is out of play. Payoff pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Turner. The throw to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second, the shortstop, Lopez.
Here comes the 0-1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Not close with that one. Ball one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
On the ground to short. Turner with the throw to first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away. And up next for Miami, Griffin Conine.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
On the ground, right side. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Scoreless after 1. Game 1 of this wild card series. And now for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Ball.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto.
Ball. Down.
Line drive, base hit, right field. And now a 2-out opportunity for Adolis Garcia. That one fouled off. Realmuto runs, pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Here comes Realmuto around third. He'll score, and the Phillies take the lead. The relay, not in time. He's safe.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation.
Brings it in, and that is that. Phillies with the run-scoring double. It's bottom half of inning number 2, and now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. Up the middle, Trey Turner gloves it, whips it to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out. Singy, it was tough to tell in live action if the ball actually beat him, and it looks like they want some time to review it.
Yeah, we'll get another look up here too, and you know they called him out on the field, but it just might be worth the challenge, and they'll have to see clear evidence the other way to overturn this thing.
So they decided against challenging the call at first, so he is out. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Late with the swing there. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And they'll do it again. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. We played 2 innings back here in Miami. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Brandon Marsh. There's the strike at the knees. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's back there. And it is gone. A solo shot. There's the strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
In the air, right field. Konai on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Schwarber at the plate now, and that's strike 1. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here in Game 1 of the wild card series. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Trey Turner now. Here goes the runner. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it one-hops the wall. Here comes Schwarber around third. He'll score, and they take a 3-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a cookie down the middle.
Runner breaks for third. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. He's safe.
Well, maybe he thought he should have gone for a triple instead of a double and just decided, I'm going to take third this way. Definitely using his legs to his advantage right here. Talking about this series matchup, it's always a little strange to face a division opponent in the postseason.
Down to third, and he gets back safely. 1 away with a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Out.
And that misses. And the count's full. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him. In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it, and I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Now a pop-up on the infield. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Javier Sanoja.
You know, these Marlins, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs.
Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Fouled off left side. That pitch in for a strike. 0-2. Hernandez wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. So the call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now. The 0-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw sails over his head at first. And up next for Miami, Davison de los Santos.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Throw to second, save. The 1-0. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Over to Turner for one, and that's a double play. Wow.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
First offering way inside, almost got him. Base hit and a run comes in.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Really nice swipe at second right there. He knew he had to get a really good jump on the pitcher because that catcher can make up some time, man. Such a good catch and throw guy behind the dish. Nice
base hit into the outfield. Now a long throw home. In there, he scores, and they trail by one. So 2 down. Griffin Kona, the next to hit, grounded out his first time up. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Kona thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. And the 1-0. Just a slow ground ball this time. Makes the sliding stop, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. On to the fourth. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. Hit hard, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. The 0-1. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Wild pitch, catcher gets a piece. The throw into second, not going to get him, he's in there. Man at second. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. He's already homered in this game. And that clips the inside corner. Runner on the go. Swing and a ground ball. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we... We see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Traffic on the bases with one already in here in game 1 of the wild card series. And that's in there at the knees. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Ball, that's too high.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The Phillies trying to break this one open. Top half of inning number 4. On to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. There's a strike.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
One out, bases full. In the air to left, down the line. Stowers on the move. That one is foul, and he'll see another. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Here's the 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Popped in the air. Left field. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. The tag, and he's out at the plate. And that's a double play. That ends the inning. Back here in Miami. And now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. Fouled off. He was late. The 0-1. In the air, left field. Moore on the run towards the line. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now one away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Comes up empty. The Fish down by a pair. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Pulls it down, and they're two away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Ramirez in now, takes ball one off the plate.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Love how he let that ball trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Making a move at first. Marlins bring on a pinch runner. Yuri Ruiz.
No, he's safe.
Over to first, and he's saved. That one inside. Look out. The lefty, the 1-0. And that's fouled off. The 1-1. Tap foul at the plate. Ruiz leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Man on second, 2 down. On the ground right side. And that one handled. Tosses to first. An acrobatic play to end the inning. One left for Miami. New inning getting started. And now for the fifth. Pitching change here. Victor Vodnik.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And there's one down. On the ground to the left. And it stays fair. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Aye. Ball, that's out.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Right through there for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Konai should have this one. He makes the grab. Fastball is outside. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. Out of here. The two-run shot, and they tack on to their lead. It's 6-2. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. They do it again. Back to back. Homers. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. And that's a base hit. And that extends the inning for Bryce Harper. Here comes the skipper. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Cade Gibson.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And that is that. But two-round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 7-2 ball game. This is the National League Wildcard Series on the show.
Leading off for the Marlins, the catcher, number 13, Hernandez.
The other way, that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, Davidson De Los Santos.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one.
You know, these Marlins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Step off throw to first. Hernandez dives back in safely.
Tough to take a two-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Runner takes off. Makes the catch. Chance to double the runner off first. And he's out. Couldn't get back in time there.
Well, we assume it, but not all double plays are 6-4 threes or something like that. Right there, it's just sort of a combination of good defense and poor base running, and probably more of the latter. That's a big turn of events in this inning, though.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far.
My life is real.
And now it's going to be Kyle Schwarber. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Ball.
Hard hit to third. Two quick outs to open the top of the sixth. Two down, bases empty. And here is Sosa to the plate. Here's a high chopper, and it goes just foul. Sosa in his 7th season, 30 years old now, and he was born in Panama. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. This one in the air, right field, and just foul. 2 down, nobody on. And down on strikes. And that is that. Phillies go down. Game 1 of this wild card series. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. But it's not in time. Base hit.
Up next for the Marlins, the right fielder, number 18, Griffin.
Step off, throw to first. And he's back in safely. Foul ball. And the lefty with the 0-1.
That's a ball.
The Phils leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Turner over to second, but safe at first. It's a fielder's choice. One out man at first. Jacob Marcy will hit next.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And first offering is fouled off.
Nope.
Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Jose Alvarado. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. Walker getting loose as well. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. On the ground, right side. Sosa throws to first. That's the 3rd out. Back here in Lone Depot Park, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Real Muto in the box here lets that one go for a ball. High fly ball down the left field line. Stowers turns to the right on the move. And there's 2 down.
Up next for Philadelphia, the right fielder, Ajola.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
The 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
It's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And that one a little below the knees, and it's 1-0.
Ball 2.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jose Alvarado.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now it's the DH, Esteury Ruiz. Entered the game as a pinch runner. First plate appearance for him here.
Ball.
In the air to left center. Moore settles underneath it. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, number 8, Javier Sanoja.
Hit in the air, center field. Marsh under it. And makes the grab. 2 away now. Heriberto Hernandez getting ready to hit. He's 2 for 2.
Heriberto Hernandez.
Ripped to short. Turner with the throw to first. And that is the inning. Back here in Miami, and here's the Phillies leadoff man, Brandon Marsh.
You know, these Phils, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of...
And it gets by him. Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen.
For the Marlins, number 53, Calvin.
And first offering is fouled off. That one lifted to left. He's there. He's got it. 1 away.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right.
There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with.
Runner on the go again. There's a ball. The throw. Tag. And he's out.
Well, I can see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there, it's kind of risky, man. You're already in scoring position, so you've got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
2 down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And now a 2-out opportunity for Trey Turner. Trey Turner at the plate.
Ball, back outside.
Swing and a miss. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Stowers on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Phillies 7 and the Marlins 2. This is the National League wildcard. Back here in Lone Depot Park. And now Marlins, Davison de los Santos. Alvarado throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down. Next pitch off the play. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broken.
Lined into right, and that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning, looking to extend the play now. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely. What's the approach when you're facing a guy like this, Chris?
Don't look down in the zone because you'll end up chasing something that's out of the strike zone. Make him elevate the pitch because he's not as effective at the top of the strike zone. You got a better chance.
Sosa over to Turner for
Yes,
one.
you're out.
Go to first, safe. Otto Lopez now at the plate.
Shortstop, Otto Lopez.
Runner on the move. Pitch outside.
That pitch is out.
Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Man at second. Close one. Doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Pickoff move to second. Edwards back on a dive. And he swings through that one.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. 2 away. Here comes the manager out of the dugout. And now on the bump, Kyle Backus. Backus checks the runner. Edwards back in on a dive. He swings and fouls one off. Man on second, 2 down.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Can't make contact with the sweeper. That one way outside. And the count now even up. Line drive. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He will score. It's 7-3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Shortened up the swing and went right back up the middle.
Jacob Marcy, the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Tanner Banks getting ready to go. Walker also throwing. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, number 33. That one fouled off. 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Boucher, a righty that throws with power. 30 years old now, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017.
That's outside.
High fly ball, right field. Conine settles underneath it, and there's one down.
Hey.
That's a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Really nice execution of the cut fastball right there. Similar to how you might throw a two-strike slider, start it middle away, let it break, and take over that outside corner of the plate. But sometimes with the cutter, you just don't know how much it'll move. I think he's good, but I think he was also a little lucky right there.
Lopez throws to first in time, and Real Muto is out. And that's the third out. Down quickly. Bottom 9. And now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. In the air, left side. Moore has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Ruiz.
Sliced hard but foul. Yo-1. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. One down, base is empty here in the ninth.
Ball, that's out.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. And up next for Miami, Javier Sinoja. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, right field. Garcia gets under it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Marlins, the catcher, number 13, Heriberto Hernandez.
On the ground to third. And foul ball. The Phillies leading by 4 here in the late stages of game 1. Step off throw to first.
No, he's in there.
And he dives back in safely.
At least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
And now the 0-1 on the ground, and this should do it. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies take game 1 of the series on the road. So the Philadelphia Phillies take game 1 of this wild card series. A huge win for Here's Bryce Harper. And here we go with game 2.
First pitch, 7-0-6.
Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. The 0-2. And he can't come up with it. Still fires to first. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Strike 2. Lone Depot Park just underway here. On a line. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone.
Oh, that got him on the mound. The throw is still in time. And even with his speed, they get the out. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the hill for the Phillies, Jesus Luzardo. What do we have on him? Digging in, Xavier Edwards. This one in the air. Real Muto has a beat on it. 1 away. Popped up. Sosa under it. Brings it in. 2 down. And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers. Just missed. Back to the mound. He's got it. Tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Wild card series, game 2. And now for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa. Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special.
There really is a different feel to the postseason. I only got 5 games of postseason action in my playing career, but I treasured each of them.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him swinging.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden a pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. This to center field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So a man on base to start the inning.
Those plays are challenging for outfielders because of the chase to the ball. You know you have to do everything perfect just to track it down. Sometimes even that's not enough to make the catch.
And a foul ball. Strike 2. Second inning here, no score. And that misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball. Konai around second, headed for third. Throw cut off to second. He's in there.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
And now, Jacob Marcy fouls away the first offering. Two in scoring position, nobody out here in game 2 of the wild card series. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. In the air to left center. Marsh on his way over. He's got it. Both runners tagging from second and third. In comes the first run of the game as the Marlins take the lead.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And at the plate for Miami, Joe Mack. He was late there. Strike one.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
In the air, out towards left center, and that'll do it. Back here at Lone Depot Park, top half of the third inning, Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Marsh matched a homer in his last game, right through there for a strike. Up the middle. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. Singy, that was a close play. And it looks like they're considering challenging the safe call.
Really close, Boog, and tough to tell in real time. We weren't sure, so you really can't blame them for wanting to take another look.
Well,
bounced out to short. Lopez. Here's Edwards for one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Moore in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. 2 down, nobody on. Moore with a homer in his last game. On the ground, right side. It's in and out of his glove. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Up next for Philadelphia.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's Harper now. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Slings to first. Inning over. One left for Philadelphia, and it remains 1-0. Set for the bottom of the third, and now for the Marlins, Davison De Los Santos. De Los Santos, 22 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. In the air, right field, Garcia settles under this one, and there's one away. Popped up. Sosa takes it in for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is the third out of the inning. Miami. Start Start of the fourth. Here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. Swing and a ground ball. Edwards gets it to first. One pitch and one out.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. Two quick outs here in the top of the fourth. On the ground out to short. Dives and he can't hang on. No play. That's an infield single. So man aboard. In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike two. On the ground. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Gone. A three-run homer. And the Phillies take the lead. It's 3-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
March in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Got him. That's out number three. Phils get three on this long ball. It's now bottom of the fourth, and now for the Marlins, Kyle Stowers. That one hammered center field. Back there. Out of here. That one felt good, and they cut into the deficit. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt. But unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
Foul ball there.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Turner with the throw to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Hernandez takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
And obviously a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
This one in the air right field doesn't have enough. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Just missed.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way, coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up.
Brings it in for the third out. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. It's now a 3-2 ball game.
Screw up your face 'cause the baseline darker. Bounce on the beat right farther.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Real Muto batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Hit softly on the ground to third. Zips it to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. Reached on an infield single his first time. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
That's the ball.
And a 2-1 on the way. That clips the inside corner for a strike. That's to third, Sanoha. And the first two set down in the top of the fifth. Two down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the wild card series. That one ripped, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit soon.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Wild card series game 2. And now for the Marlins, Javier Sanoha. That's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff dive.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
0-1. And that one fouled off.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you, even with pitches outside the zone.
Step off, throw to first. And he's just back in. Oh, close play. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. In the air to left center. Marsh gets under it. Brings it in. And there's one down. Davison De Los Santos, the next up for the Marlins. Flied to right his first time. Grounder off the pitcher. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the lefty. Hope he's all right. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Luzardo with a throw over. Sanoha back on a dive. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One run's in. The second run scores. It's a 2-run double. 4-3. They take the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. One out. Runner at second. Otto Lopez now at the plate. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Fires it to the plate. The tag, and he's out.
He comes up firing, and there was an anticipation and kind of an excitement when the ball went in his direction that he was going to have an opportunity to throw somebody out. And that's the attitude that aggressive and good outfielders have.
That is the inning. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies. Hammered down the line, and now maybe extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. There comes the throw, and the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, that was an important at bat. Game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
The 1-0. Laser to the gap, should score the run. That one's carrying, and it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Turner comes in to score. It's 4-4.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. He just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
And it's second.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one just misses.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
Alec Bohm on deck for the Phils.
That's a really good take.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Tied at 4. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes the runner. Here's the throw. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And it's now 5-4. And here comes Alec Bohm.
For the Marlins, number 43, Andrew.
That one fouled off.
You know, these Phils putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone. And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
This one in the air, right field, and that'll get down for a hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Into third, and they are rolling. Runners at the corner, still nobody out. Swings through that one for strike 1. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And
swing, and he popped it up. Edwards under it. And there's 2 down.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Moore up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Runners on first and third, 2 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 3-run shot. Time is called for Anthony Bender on the pitch here. He's into the game with the bases empty. Harper, the former Rookie of the Year, 33 years old, and he's one of the few 2-time MVPs in the league. The flip, and they get the out. Phils get 3 on this long ball. It's bottom of the 6th inning. And now for the Marlins, Griffin Kona.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. So far, 6 hits on the first pitch alone. That tells you something.
And there's one down.
And with all that success on the first pitch, I'm surprised they haven't made an adjustment on the mound. Clearly, they need to start mixing it up and start making better pitches to start the at-bat.
Foul ball.
Boog, this offense is fighting for their lives right now. They're not ready for this season to be over, so they need to dig deep and find a way to get something going. Anything will help.
Swings through that one. The Marlins down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball is outside. Next pitch inside, and that's ball 3.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Jacob Marcy.
Oh.
And that one is lifted in the air. That is the inning. Back here in Miami, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
That's off the inside corner. And now it's even 1-1. Goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And they'll do it again.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Fires across the diamond, and 2 away to start the 7th. Sosa in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 2. And foul ball.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
And that is that. Phillies down in order, but they still lead it by a count of 8-4. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swing and a foul out of play. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Tanner Banks preparing to come on if needed. Walker getting cranked up as well.
Ball 2.
Comes at 2-2. And that one upstairs. This one popped up. Sosa under it. And there's one away.
Up next with the Marlins, the catcher, Joe Matt.
In the air, left field. Moore under this one. Takes it in for the out. And up next for Miami, Davison De Los Santos. In the air to left center. Marsh should have this one. And that will end the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And now for the Phillies, Adolis Garcia. Outside. Ball one.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
On the ground to third. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth.
Up next,
and now it's Alec Bohm. He really made his presence felt back in the fourth inning of this one, Singy.
Absolutely. 3-run blast and a shot of energy for his teammates. Everyone in that dugout was pretty fired up.
Here comes the 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. To the right side. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the eighth. On the ground, right side, and that one finds its way through, and that keeps the inning alive. Jake. Real Muto steps in. And first offering is fouled off. Just missed. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Up next to Philadelphia.
Now time is called here.
For the Marlins, number 32.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. It's the Phillies. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Tanner Banks. Back to the top of the order. Leading off, Xavier Edwards. The switch hitter batting right. There's a swing and a drive. That's bad. And that one is off the wall. Marsh quickly gets it back in. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback. Tap foul at the plate. Man at second. High fly ball, right field. Garcia settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And it comes in too late. He's up to third on the fly out with 1 away. Now the left fielder, Kyle Stowers. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab on the run. Runner tagging and heading for home. He scores on the sac fly. It's 8-5.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now here is Heriberto Hernandez. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. 1 run across in the frame so far here in Game 2 of the wild card series. That one in there across the letters.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Step off throw to first. Ruiz dives back in safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Stays alive. And now it's 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Jacob Marcy waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Garcia settles under it, and that ends the inning. Wild card series Game 2. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Bryce Harper.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
In the air out to center, and there's one down. Flips the corner. That's strike 1. Popped in the air, left side. Sanoja has a beat on it, and there's 2 away.
That was a good, hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
2 down, nobody on. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
Look out. That fastball drilled him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Ball, outside.
Runner on the go. Pitches low. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for 1 run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Man on second, 2 down. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 left for Philadelphia. They're on top by 3. 8-5. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Joan Duran.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest. Jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Marcy, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Just missed.
Running that good fastball up on the hitter's inside. If nothing else, it keeps him from diving out over the plate to get those arms extended on the pitch away.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. One up, one down.
Up next to the Marlins, the first baseman, number 8, Cunningham. Good no-hop.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Swings and misses. And the Marlins with just one out left. Now here. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Liam Hicks trying to get something going for him with 2 away. And there's a foul ball. 0-1 now.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
There's a line drive to left field. And that's it. The Philadelphia Phillies take the series and are off to the NL.